never stopped, it only changed style. And we want out of this destructive and fake entity. We have seen Mazi in court a few days ago, about a week ago, and it is now very clear that the court does not command any type of respect because of its own behavior, because of its own attitude, because of being a vehicle by which the Nigerian government enforces lawlessness. There is no trust in the Nigerian courts. There is no trust in the Nigerian justice system. The Nigerian justice system has failed every Nigerian. The Nigerian courts, they have failed every Nigerian. They have failed millions and millions of Nigerians. They have shown that they are not independent. They are not independent. They cannot make decisions and implement it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to court with wearing the clothes that the Nigeria court ordered that the DSS allow him to wear a new cloth. And to even show you that the Nigerian court is just a mess, the Nigerian court decided that this man must not wear the cloth of his choice. Once more, I want to remind you, Biafrans, that this is the time for us to go back to farming. This is the time for us to go back to the land, go and till the land, cultivate the land. There is no age restriction on that. Even though you are retired, even though you have made sacrifices to Nigeria and now you are retired, it is good that you also find, even if it is a little place behind your house, excuse me, use it as a place to create, whether it is, turn it into a garden. Turn it into a garden. There is no age restriction to it. Do not say that because you are retired, therefore you do not want to be part of this, or because you are expecting millions from someone, or because you get monthly, therefore you do not want to. It doesn't matter how much you have. This is just a lifestyle that we are trying to regain, go back to food sufficiency, go back to us having our own little gardens. Even if it is not, this has nothing to do with being very, very profitable. No, talking about financially, but in the sense that you feel you have food produced in the land for the land, produced in the land for the land, enough food. There is always a reason to prepare for a rainy day. There is always reason to prepare for a rainy day. Therefore, I ask that we go back to farming. For those who have heard this call and for those who have gone back to farming, I salute all of you. It is not about what your people can do for you. For instance, a lot of people talk about how they want Nigeria to end today, but this is a process. Nigeria is a country. Nigeria is a state. This is a process, and food insecurity is a policy of the Nigeria government. It is your own responsibility to beat them in their own game if you want out. Therefore, I encourage each and every one of us to get involved in food security, ensuring that there is security of food in our land. I want to take you back to a news from federal government, and it is quite an interesting news. It is quite something, I don't know how else to describe it, if not that it's quite surprising that the Nigeria government would make such statement. And this is from Giscor Media. It says schools in 14 states, FCT risk attacks, says FG, says federal government. Okay. Against the backdrop of the resurgence of mass abduction of pupils, the federal government has said schools in 14 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, are at risk of attacks by bandits and insurgents. The National Coordinator of Financing Safe Schools in Nigeria, Hajiya Halima Iliya, confirmed this to media on Monday that the data of at-risk schools had been collected for intervention. Okay, this is Nigeria. Okay, it says Iliya declined to identify the states, but the commander of the National Safe Schools Response Coordination Center, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Abodunri, said they included Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Benue, Yobe, Katsina, FCT, Kebbi, Sokoto, Plateau, Zamfara, and 3 others. No fewer than 465 pupils, teachers, and women abducted in the past week are still in the custody of their captors. Okay, I just wanted to give you this news about the number of states that the government says they cannot protect the students. Actually, there is not a single school in Nigeria that can be protected. Not a single school in Nigeria that can be protected by the Nigeria government. The simple thing is that Nigeria government, they collude with these people who go and kidnap people. They collude with terrorists. And if not, why is it that since then Nigeria cannot solve their issue of terrorism? It is because the state is involved in terrorism. They do not have the will to solve terrorism. Look at, for instance, the terrorism that was channeled against Russia in the past few days. Look at how Russia responded wonderfully well. Look at just within a couple of hours, they made arrest. They brought solution in just a couple of hours. This is a state that has a very strong positive stance against terrorism. Unlike Nigeria, such things cannot happen in Nigeria. You have details of terrorist sponsors that Nigeria government are sitting on. They care not about it. They actually promote terrorism. They promote terrorism. And on that note, I want to bring this news from Icons News that says IPOB condemns terrorist attack in Moscow, says it supports every action initiated to bring perpetrators to book. Now, it says the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB movement in a statement released to the press on Monday, 25th March 2024, expressed deep condolences to the Russia Federation following the recent terrorist attack in Crocus City Hall, which claimed the lives of over 140 civilians. IPOB, while reacting to the tragic incident, called the perpetrators soulless individuals who murdered civilians in cold blood, and thus advised that the Russian government, alongside its allies, to intensify their efforts in counter-terrorism operations on global scale to avert the reputation of such in the future. IPOB continued to say that it stands against violent extremists and trusts that the Russian security/intelligence agencies are sophisticated enough to uncover the sponsors of these terrorists who committed these terror campaigns against Russian citizens at heart of the state capital. Additionally, IPOB proposed that one prime solution against terrorism on a global scale should be enhanced by the Russian government is the facilitation of decolonization process in Africa, where most of these terrorists and their sponsors get most of their resources to continue their terrorist activities. Citing Nigeria as a practical example, IPOB listed 4 terrorist organizations with very strong hold in Nigeria: ISWAP, Boko Haram, Ansaru, Fulani herdsmen, bandits, which continued to operate unabridged and even gains logistics and tactical support from the Nigerian state as well as its various security agencies. Unfortunately, Biafrans have been victims of these terrorist attacks. Okay, let me take this again. It says, unfortunately, Biafrans that have been victims of these terrorist attacks attempt to exit the terrorist-infested Nigeria are either illegally detained, murdered, or forcefully disappeared by the Nigerian security forces. We are not even allowed to defend ourselves against the state-sponsored terrorists. The IPOB leadership formed the Eastern Security Network, ESN, to protect Biafrans against terrorists in our farmlands. But the Nigeria government decided to proscribe IPOB for daring to protect Biafrans or opt out of the country that indirectly funds terrorists. Biafrans have for many years suffered terrorist attacks either from one of the above terrorists or from the Nigerian security forces. The statement continued. Finally, IPOB said it supports every action and protocol initiated by the Russian government to defend its people and sovereignty against terrorists and their sponsors. Okay, the press statement read in full. Let me read the press statement to you. It says, the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great liberator Mazi commiserate with the People's Republic of Russia on the attack and murder of innocent citizens by the heartless terrorists. The leadership and the global family of IPOB send our condolences to the Russian families that lost their relatives on the unfortunate terrorist attack. IPOB stands against violent extremists and soulless individuals who attack unarmed civilians globally. We trust the Russian security intel to unravel the sponsors of the terrorists that attacked, injured, and murdered a large number of their civilians in cold blood. If a sophisticated nation like Russia can be attacked either by the homegrown or foreign terrorists, it shows how dangerous terrorists and their sponsors can be. Therefore, Russia and their allies must double their efforts in eliminating the breeding grounds of the terrorists that may target them in the future. One of the biggest breeding grounds for terrorists globally is Nigeria. Nigeria alone is the headquarters for about 4 or more deadly terrorist groups in the world. Nigeria is home to the following terrorist groups: ISWAP, Boko Haram, Ansaru, Fulani herdsmen, bandits, and more. These terrorists are controlling some territories in the northern region of Nigeria. The Nigerian government and the military are either complacent or fed up with countering the terrorist activities. These terrorists freely carry out mass abductions of school children, while the government pays them millions of dollars as ransom to free their victims. In this way, these terrorists are emboldened and funded to coordinate and carry out continental and intercontinental terrorist attacks. Unfortunately, Biafrans that have been victims of these terrorist attacks attempt to exit the terrorist-infested Nigeria are either illegally detained, murdered, or forcefully disappeared by the Nigerian security forces. We are not even allowed to defend ourselves against the state-sponsored terrorists. The IPOB leadership formed the Eastern Security Network, ESN, to protect Biafrans against terrorists in our farmlands. But the Nigeria government decided to proscribe IPOB for daring to protect Biafrans or opt out of the country that indirectly funds terrorists. Biafrans have for many years suffered terrorist attacks either from one of the above terrorists or from the Nigerian security forces. One of the easiest ways Russia and other nations can stop terrorist attacks against them is to put effort in decolonization of Africa, particularly the indigenous nations in Africa. When Nigeria and other African countries are decolonized, terrorists and their sponsors will not have resources to fund their activities. IPOB stands with Russia during this trying period and will support any actions taken to defend themselves against terrorists and their enablers. Comrade Imapower for Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. The fact is that Russia is justified to secure the lives of their people. Russia is justified to take actions that they deem fit in order to ensure that terrorism does not rear its ugly head. Again, it's only in Nigeria where people who actually are against terrorism are those who are adopted, those who are abducted, those who are not safe. Terrorists are very, very safe in Nigeria. Very, very safe. Now, there is this news from Sahara Reporters where it says bandits with 3,000 followers on TikTok flaunt ransom money collected from victims in viral video. This is just yesterday's news. 3,000 followers on TikTok. This is a bandit. This is a terrorist that they call bandit with 3,000 followers on TikTok. This only happens in Nigeria. This can only happen in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Now it says some terrorists have been seen in a viral video flaunting some money collected from their victims as ransoms and uploaded on social media. The monies were seen in a series of tweets uploaded on X by a popular security expert, Zagazola Makama. The tweet said, "Audacity, bandit on TikTok flaunting and showing off ransom money he collected from his victims." The user of the account has 3,000 followers. Some of them are bandits who openly show off their rifle and dressed in military or police uniforms. TikTok platform has given room for insurgents to promote their campaign of terror without being restricted. Meanwhile, a report on kidnapping in the country had shown that no fewer than 3,495 people were abducted in 582 kidnap-related incidents in the country in 11 months between July 2022 and June 2023. The report done by SBM Intelligence, a research company, stated that at least 5 billion naira, that is $6.4 million, as of 30th June 2023, was reported as ransom demands, while verified ransom payments amounted to 302 million naira, or 6% of what was demanded within the period under review. You must understand one thing about this amount of money. So many people who were kidnapped will not talk about the money. So many others, ransom was paid without anybody knowing. So many people pay ransom without anybody knowing. Government even themselves help in paying ransom without talking about it. Now, it says it noted that kidnap dynamics differ between individual and community cases, with secrecy less prevalent in larger scale abductions, and that in some instances kidnappers opt for non-monetary ransom like foodstuffs, especially in the northwest and north central regions, which have exhibited higher numbers of in-kind non-monetary ransom demands. This is happening in Nigeria, where they ask civilians, they ask their citizens to register for something called NIM, and only for them to use it to track the civilians, not the terrorists, not people who terrorize Nigerians. This can only, and you must understand that this is not even the first time such is happening. Their terrorists actually use the social media. What then is the job of the intelligence services in Nigeria? What then is the job of the DSS? Their job is to abduct innocent Biafrans. Hence, I said earlier on that the genocide never ended. The genocide never ended. Rather, it changed style. And today, ordinary Nigerians are suffering this genocidal government that they have. Now, there is this other news also from Sahara Reporters that says Kaduna school teacher died in terrorist den. 6 freed pupils recovering in hospital. And this is the Nigerian army. This is Nigerian army making this statement that a teacher died while in the terrorist den, and 6 freed pupils recovering from hospital. And these 6 out of 137 students, this is just 6 out of 137 students that was abducted. Okay. It says, no, it's 6 out of 137 rescued students that are in hospital. Imagine the number of students that was abducted within this past couple of days. Over 300. Over 300. Over 300. This is the state of Nigeria. This is the state. I just read earlier on where the Nigeria government themselves told you that they cannot protect schools in 14 states. That includes the Federal Capital Territory. Now, why does Nigeria continue to exist? What is the existence of Nigeria for? Isn't Mazi justified? Isn't he justified in giving solution of a referendum to Nigeria? Why then is Nigeria existing if they cannot even protect their own future? They can't even protect those that they say are the future generation. Those they say that they are the leaders of tomorrow. If Nigeria has failed in its responsibility to protect these people, why then is Nigeria in existence? Nigeria is in existence because it is designed to suppress the indigenous owners, the owners of the land. That is why Nigeria has continued to exist, to oppress and subjugate those who own the land. Now, this is why I am, what is the name of this army? The Nigeria Army, just like every other Nigeria government agency, they have no idea what their responsibility is. They have no idea what their responsibility is. The Nigeria government, being a failed government, does not even understand the responsibility of a government. They don't provide nothing for the people. This is why you find Nigerians running away from their own country, running to different countries. Now, let me ask this government that says it's such a wonderful government, yet terrorists operating on its soil, on TikTok, making videos showcasing the money they got from their people they kidnapped, and the government can't do nothing. Yet it says it's a government. Now, this government that can't even protect its future generation, even without having, this government does not have the will to stop the calamity that everybody sees. Everybody sees. Where is the basic infrastructure that a government is supposed to provide the people? Yeah, it is not there. Where are the good roads? Not there. the 24 hours electricity, the good hospitals. Where are the services that Nigerians are supposed to receive? Not there. Not there. Where is the security that you are supposed to provide the country? The number one responsibility of a government is to secure the lives of the people. The number one. And they have turned against their responsibility. So why does Nigeria continue to exist? Why is it that Britain has continued their subjugation policy in Nigeria, and they have been allowed to continue that to happen? Look at Nigeria. There is hunger crisis ravaging the country. What is the government doing about it? They will tell you how they are giving out food, how they are sharing food on the street. You ask yourself if that is the level that they have reduced Nigerians to. You see what they have done in the north, what the Fulanis have done in the north. Now, I'm not just talking about insecurity, I'm talking about hardship, the suffering, the starvation that they have created in the north, where children are now every day on the streets with plates, going to one person's home for food. That is what they want to recreate nationwide. And that is why when you go to Lagos today and ask for solution, what is it that the government is doing in order to nip the starvation in the bud? They say to you that they are giving out food. The same thing the Almajiris are doing. They are recreating it in Lagos. The government is recreating it. So earlier on, I asked you what they are doing towards providing you the services, and I answered it by telling you about them recreating this Bambiala policy. And you must understand that Nigeria is busy implementing policies that ensures that hunger gets worse. They are busy implementing such policies. They are busy implementing such policies. You give farmers, you provide tractors, and even the state government will corner it. They will not provide it to the farmers that they are supposed to. Just one person or a few people take everything, and the people are suffering. And today the Nigeria government they actually created terrorists. They created terrorists, brought them into our land. Created terrorists, brought them into our land. Now I will read to you this post from Icons News regarding the declaration of Mazi Chikedozie wanted by the Nigeria Army. And it says it is an insult to declare Edozie wanted. IPOB blast Nigerian DHQs. Says the movement can't be intimidated. Absolutely. And it says the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has faulted the Nigerian military for declaring its head of Directorate of State, Chika Edozie wanted, alongside other bandits and terrorists. IPOB described the listing of Edoziem as an insult to the IPOB global family. The statement reads in full: the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, ably led by the confident, great and indefatigable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemned the Nigeria murderous military for declaring the head of the Directorate of State, HDOS, of the indigenous people of Biafra wanted, along with violent criminals, bandits and criminals. The Nigerian government failed and will always fail to stop IPOB by their use of intimidation, blackmail and propaganda, because we have maintained a non-violent approach in our self-determination movement to restore Biafra nation. Linking Simon, Ekpazuma, Tempo and Gentle, the murderers, to the gentle leader Mazi Chikedoziem's totally reckless attitude of the Nigeria military headquarters. All these criminals mentioned, IPOB distanced itself from the time immortal. and we cannot associate with criminals and vampires. IPOB worldwide assured our people that they cannot deceive them or harm them for any reason. The Nigerian Defense Headquarters showed that they are confused about ESN operatives and IPOB volunteers and movement. Mazi Doziem, the head of the Directorate of the Indigenous People of Biafra, HDOS, is a gentle and disciplined leader who has led IPOB peacefully for over a decade and has maintained the United Nations principles of seeking self-determination through a referendum. He has not been associated with any crime or violence, neither in Biafra land or in diaspora. For the Nigerian military to declare him wanted among the violent terrorists and criminals is the same violent suppression approach that the lawless Nigerian government has adopted against Biafrans and the self-determination movement. It is unfortunate that the Nigerian military have reduced their reputation by turning themselves into a propaganda army. The Nigerian security forces know that the violent criminals in the East are under the command of the Nigerian agent Simon Eba. These criminals are not ESN operatives nor IPOB volunteers led by Mazi Doziem under our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those criminals were recruited by the Nigerian government through Simon Eba. They used them to infiltrate and blackmail IPOB, but we busted and exposed them earlier. Irrespective that IPOB have severally disassociated our movement from them, the Nigerian government keeps linking their activities to IPOB/ESN in order to achieve their mission, which is to blackmail us. The secret deal that APC-led government in Nigeria entered with Simon Eba and his recruited criminals to blackmail IPOB will be further uncovered as we go along one day at a time. The Nigeria Defense Headquarters and the military spokesman should tell the world why they declared Mazi Doziem wanted. Let the propaganda government in Nigeria explain what crime Mazi Doziem committed to be declared wanted. The Nigerian government declared Mazi Doziem along with notorious criminals, terrorists and bandits just to demonize him before the international community because his leadership has frustrated every effort to destroy IPOB family since our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria. Mentioning the name of Mazi Doziem with the bandits and the terrorists is an insult to the IPOB global family. More so, Nigeria government and her murderous military are eroding their leftover integrity globally in their desperation to suppress IPOB. The international community knows that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. The Nigerian government and her military have all the intelligence and can't claim ignorance of those responsible for insecurity in the East. They know that IPOB is innocent, but the criminals were set up to blackmail IPOB to justify violent suppression of our non-violent self-determination struggles. The Nigerian government over the years has adopted efforts to demonize, harass and intimidate IPOB without success. The current wave of media blackmail and propaganda will never deter our resolve towards Biafra self-determination. The threat of arrest of our leaders will not stop us because we have incurred no offense in the pursuit of Biafra self-determination. We have crossed the Rubicon. If you want one of us to be ready, if you want one of us, be ready to take all of us. We are focused and resolute in Biafra independent restoration. What I see in Nigeria, this is the end of it. This is written by Comrade Imapowerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Now, what I see in Nigeria is a system that has refused for the indigenous people to breathe, for the indigenous people to live. The only solution to such people, the only solution to such system is to destroy such people, to end such people, to end such systems. People in Nigeria politics who are ensuring that the people live a miserable life, that the people live a very miserable life, then why are those people actually alive? What purpose are they serving? Why are they alive? Their responsibility is supposed to provide for the people, to ensure that the people get what they deserve, get what they need, get the dividends of democracy. But no, they go in there to now suppress the people. Why are the people allowing them to continue suppressing them? Anybody who says you should not leave should not leave. It's as simple as that. Anybody who wishes death to you, you shouldn't leave. It is self-defense. You have heard several times where they have wished bad on you. One of our brothers, Mazi yesterday, said that since Tinubu declared our HDOS wanted, that Tinubu has been declared wanted by God. And such statement, I sat back yesterday, I was thinking of that statement, and I said to myself, I wish that were to be. I wish it is a decision that some individuals can say, oh, you know what? Why would you declare somebody like this wanted? And for what reason? You are the one who is terrorizing the people. I'm talking about Tinubu, the one terrorizing the people. The Nigerian army is the one terrorizing the people. Now you are declaring an innocent person wanted. An innocent man who is simply asking you to give a better life to the people. You declare them wanted. Now why wouldn't the people declare you wanted? Why wouldn't the people declare the army wanted? Why wouldn't the people declare this government wanted? Every official wanted. Take all of them, lock them up in different cells. After all, Nigerians are the owners of their land. Why is that not happening? Anybody who says that you should not leave, why should that person be living? Why should that person be left alive? Why? What is the rationale? What is the reason behind that? Not spiritualizing fire upon somebody, no. Not because when they treat you bad, they do not spiritualize it. They do not just go to the wherever and pray and say, oh, we command fire upon you. No. They also take actions. They also take actions. And they fail to take actions that will benefit you. They only take actions that are meant against Nigerians. And Nigerians allow these things to happen. Nigerians allow these things to happen. I was reading the news a few days ago, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, when I saw this information about the death of Mazi Amechi Monago. Very, very heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking. It breaks my heart that our people, that Biafrans who serve using their talent, who serve humanity using their talent, are just dropping like flies. It breaks my heart. These are people who should be celebrated by the country. These are people who should have special recognition. Every Nigerian deserves good medical care. How can this man die simply because of is it liver or kidney failure? Why? Oh, dialysis, he cannot afford dialysis. Why should he not be able to afford dialysis? Why shouldn't there be free medical service provided for everybody, including cancer, free cancer treatment, free total medical treatment? Why is that not the case? Why Nigeria can afford it? Go to Dubai. Dubai is offering those. Why is Nigeria not able to offer such services? Go to South Africa. South Africa is offering free medical service from even before you are born, from antenatal to the day you die. But look at the so-called giant of Africa. And what hurts me even more is that some of our people still do not recognize what is happening. You still find people, look at how Amechi contributed everything, his talent, to the to the development of Nigerian movie industry. Did you see their stars, their actors, their actresses doing anything to help? Not as individuals, but as a collective. None. How then? Yesterday I said, I do not even have mercy on anybody that regards himself as Nigerian. I don't have mercy on such people, because you are helping to promote this insecurity. You are helping to promote this lawlessness. You are helping to promote. Tomorrow you become sick. You become sick tomorrow, and what will happen to you? The government will look the other way, because they don't care about you. After everything that you've given, they look the other way. Why would they look the other way? Because they feel like they have already paid you enough. All of the bribe that they've been giving you for you to not have a political voice, for you to just shut up and enjoy the money they give you. How far will that money take you? How far will that money take you? How far will that money take you? Whether you are Tinubu, you are the PDP man, you are campaigning for Tinubu, you're campaigning for the PDP man, you're campaigning for Labour Party, you're campaigning for whatever party you're campaigning for. That's just nonsense. Nigeria cannot work. It is these political parties that are working towards your enslavement. Why is it that Nigeria politicians, Nigeria celebrities, those they call the celebrities, the musicians, are digging you deeper into slavery? I was the other day thinking of our Biafran musicians. Everybody that has become a little bit famous, they go and sing a song called Sokoto. You listen to what's his name again? Techno, it's Sokoto. You listen to what's this other one? It's Sokoto. You listen. I'm asking myself, what is this? Why? How do these people have this song with this title? I keep asking myself, what is going on? What is going on? You find it easy to answer Alhaji when you are called Mazi. You can't even answer Mazi. There are people. There's Boer in South Africa. They say Africans. They say Menier. They call themselves Menier. Menier. Even though they are Westerners, they are supposed to be, they still have their language, which is Mr. Menier is for Mr. It breaks my heart when we are losing such people, and such people that are even supposed to push for their own freedom. Mr. Ibu gone, Amechi Monago gone. And we that are alive, we are thinking that our life is it's worth heaven and earth. It's worth all of this wonderful. Why do you feel so special? What is special about you? You think, what is that thing that is special about you? What is it? That you don't listen. What is that thing that you think that is very, very special about you? What is it? What is it that you cannot sacrifice for your people? You cannot use your platform to speak up for your people. What is that thing? Because I haven't seen. You think Russians are able to live in peace because they just woke up and found peace? No, it is because they stand their ground, that they can never allow themselves to be mistreated by somebody else. And then you find Nigerians are in the mess that they are in. Why? Because they have made the decisions to allow themselves to be persecuted and to get along with it. Rather, Nigerians find a way to adjust. Nigerians adjust so easily. They adjust so easily. You don't have food, you adjust. They tell you 5 people killed every day at what's the name of this? Sazokuzo. 5 people, according to somebody who came out from there, lucky enough to come out, and they sell your body organs. They sell your bodies, dead bodies. What do they sell them for? Even after the Fulani cows they bring into our land, you still go buy. You still buy kilishi. You still buy, patronizing them. Where do you think? Patronizing them, giving them money to fund their war. The same way our people are still going to these churches, contributing money that are being sent to Canterbury, to England, money that are being sent to Rome, to help ensure your persecution continues. It's like you're funding your own death. Why? Why? We must wake up and save ourselves. We must wake up and save ourselves. Stop waiting for someone from heaven to come and save you. No. We must wake up and save ourselves. If I were somebody in heaven, I would not save you. I would not save you. I did not create the problem. I did not create the problem. You created the problem. Oh, how did I create the problem? I'm not in government. The moment you accept injustice, whether it is happening in Biafra state, you accept it. You are accepting injustice. Today, people are not living in Okwama community because the Nigeria army has decided to invade that community and render the place empty so that the Fulani terrorists can take over. So that their terrorists can take over. People who say that you shouldn't sleep. I say, Anatunilu say, what I say, Nana yaga he hiora, yaga hiora. Or wo yaga hiora. Or yaga hiora. They have said you should not be in your land. They have said that you must die. For what? For what? What crime did you commit? What crime did you commit for that? Rather, what they are telling you is that even the people who kill you can become your president. They can come up and rule your children. That is what Major General Abdul Malik Biyu said. He was the GOC. I'm not sure if he's still the GOC. The General Officer Commanding, or the Army Officer. This is what he said. And today they are talking about criminality in Biafra, and whereas they are the ones who are sponsoring the criminality. If he could say, if the Army GOC could say that terrorists can become presidents, now you understand why you have drug pusher in the seat of president, why you have a criminal in the seat of president. And they are talking about an innocent man, Mazi, who gave them a solution to the Nigerian mess. This is July 22, 2019, that says, this is the Guardian newspaper. Repentant Boko Haram members can become president. Army GOC. Army GOC. The General Officer Commanding 7th Division, Major General Abdul Malik Biyu, said Boko Haram members willing to surrender their arms and undergo rehabilitation have a chance of becoming Nigeria's president. And this is why we are saying that Nigeria is being designed. The experiment, of course, the over 100 years experiment, it's ended. Now they are trying to redesign Nigeria into a terrorist heaven. Into a terrorist heaven, and this should not be allowed to happen. People who said that terrorists can be simply or just change them their clothes, give them a white cloth with green beret on the head and green shoes and green, that is green, white, green, and the next thing you call them rehabilitated and put them into the army. And they are telling you that those terrorists can now become the president of the country, ruling those that they have killed. That has been the system of Nigeria. And do not say, oh, that is terrible. That has been happening in Nigeria. Look at your leaders. Nobody becomes a Nigerian leader without slaughtering people. You have to slaughter people before you become the leader. If you do not, they'll chase you out. They will chase you out. Did Tinubu not help in the NSAS protest? The massacre that happened, the Lekki toll gate? Was Tinubu not fingered in that whole process in the massacre? And then he was compensated with presidency. Go back through the history of Nigerian leaders. That is the case. Now let's listen to Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he said in court as before we open up the line.
Talking about your health condition, what exactly is wrong with you, sir? Congestive heart failure score. From the medication you can tell. So that basically that's keep me alive. So when they calculate that, I'm about to leave, but my heart is about to stand up, they'll now say go. So when I go outside, I will die outside. That's what I'm trying to say. The medications they've been giving to you, it's not working. No, it's not working. It is working. Why would I have all these lumps underneath my... And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought him back doctor, somebody who's not a doctor, to treat him to come and try. So the doctor now, they have no clue what they're doing. And they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, how would I help this? As well as the MS, so what is your application before the court? What do you want? It's seeking for a non-custodial arrangement by the court. It's not house arrest. Exactly. I don't mind house arrest. Because I defeat, in this court, I defeat the government of Nigeria. Yeah. It's a whole receipt. What is the equivalence of physical government? What is it? All is the physical prison changing to what is it today? It's wrong. In some way, this president child may go. I know I'm thinking of another country of things that can judge me. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know. So are you saying you are innocent of all these charges? Yes. The federal government don't know. I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for them. This is a lot of justice and fairness and equity. It's not part of this family. Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love you. That's who we are. So what will be your words to those out there in the East who are killing in the name of IPOB? They are criminals. They are criminals. They are not part of this family. We are part of the family for a reason. We've come to save our people, not to enslave them. Anybody conducting any type of activity that contravenes the welfare of our people is a criminal. I must be dealt with. Any form of violence, or supporting in the name of Biafra is not part of this family. Our family is noble, it's not active, it's all over the world. So you condemn anything that has to do with killing. In total, why would I kill violence? People are sacrificing my parents for the why would I not kill anybody before anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOBism is a criminal.
Anybody committing crime in the name of IPOB is a criminal. Anybody committing crime in the name of IPOB is a criminal. So now the question is, on what is the reason for Nigeria government to include the name of Mazi Chika Edoziem in their wanted list? What is the rationale? What is their reason? Because the organization itself has said it time and time again that what we are doing is a peaceful process. We are a peaceful organization. Referendum is a peaceful process. Referendum is not war. Referendum is a peaceful process. So now, Gumi is well and healthy. But the man who is organizing a peaceful protest, asking you to honor your own instructions, your own laws. The one that said you must respect the rights of the people is the one. Is the one that you are attacking. This is the state of the Nigerian government. This is the state of the Nigerian government. They are causing trouble. They are causing trouble. Now, before I open up the line, let me read this news because of people who are interested in what they'll eat. Because of the kind of hunger in Nigeria, Tinubu said he needs to recruit army, and when he was asked what to feed them with, he said Abado and the rest of them. They have rendered people so poor that people will willingly join the army, knowing fully well that it is a terror-infested organization, simply because they want to eat. This is from Icons News, and it says, simulation on the miserable reality stroke life facing an average Nigerian soldier, especially the southern ones. As I'm reading this to you, I must let you know that the line is now open. You can call in and have your opinion. The number to call is +27 78 064 5457. I repeat, the number to call is +27 78 064 5457. And this is from Icons News. It says, simulation on the miserable reality stroke life facing an average Nigerian soldier, especially the southern ones. Imagine for a minute that you are a trained soldier serving under the Nigerian Armed Forces, your supposed fatherland. In fact, you are a lieutenant, you have a wife and 2 kids. Now, based on standard routine protocol for quarterly rotation, stroke tour, you were deployed to Borno to fight the insurgents, stroke Boko Haram, in bracket Boko Haram. And on that fateful day, your platoon was mobilized en route to operations in the fields against the terrorists. Unfortunately, there was an ambush. Gun battle ensued. You shot and fought with all you have got. You were apparently trained for that, but beyond that, you needed to survive. You have a wife, a family to go back to. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm getting missed calls without seeing them ring. Okay. Let me see. Sorry about that. It says, unfortunately, there was an ambush. Gun battle ensued. You shot and fought with all you've got. You were apparently trained for that, but beyond that, you needed to survive. You have a wife, family to go back to. Why am I missing these calls without having them ring? Okay. Let's see. Let us see. You shot and fought with all you've got. You were apparently trained for that, but beyond that, you needed to survive. Okay. I think the call is coming in now. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. I'm trying to get this caller in. I don't know why this is taking a lot to... Okay, caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion.
Good morning, my beloved brother. Good morning, fellow Biafrans. Good night, and depend on your time and your location. My name is Mazi Kenneth. Mazi Kenneth is coming from Obudu, local government, Cross River State, the land of Biafra. I appreciate you, Mazi, for your good work you are doing. May Elohim bless you and bless those that the genuine freedom fighter. I greet my able leader, Mazi Namdi Obuchukwu Kanu, and all his lieutenants, those that he had put in place before he was kidnapped from Kenya, redemption back to the zoological republic called Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't have any law. They put their own law, and they don't respect their own law. To show you that that particular place is not a place that is supposed to exist, and they call a country. If this is a country, they would never behave that kind of criminality out. Can you? When they come, you refer it to the innocent person, which is, this is what Nigerian represents. The Fulani terrorists terrorizing the country, kidnapping people for ransom, and the government itself, their hand is involved. They will leave those people and go and attack innocent people. Those that they speak the truth for the citizen of Nigeria as they. Then they will go and mention Mazi Chika, those name and other people's name. Those people, they are freedom fighters. They are not fighting to destroy. They are not fighting to conquer. They are not fighting to come and take people's ancestral land. We are fighting to restore the nation that. They are not there to destroy. They are there to fight to restore the nation of Biafra. The army, the DSS, the police, all the Nigerian military, Air Force, all of them, they are criminals. They are the one causing insecurity in the land today. Look what is happening in Niger Delta. And sometimes it's happened like this for our people to learn. When the person that give the name to Biafra is coming from the Niger Delta side, see today, it is not Ojuku. But today they are denying the Biafrans, and they are believing in one Nigeria. Look what is happening today. They know what is going on there in that particular place. And today you are calling yourself Nigerian. You are no more in your ancestral land. You are no more in your village. That is a shame. That is a slap to the face of your people. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out to say, let's continue and get our freedom from Nigeria, Nigeria has already expired. Amalgamation 1914 has already expired 2014. So now everyone has the right to go for your separate way. Everyone has the right to go to form your own country. We have been over together in more than 150 something years. Everyone has the right to leave that particular place. Marriage is not by force. Why they keep innocent people in the DSS, in the prison? When you check over 1,000 people in prison today, you will see 999 people. They are all Easterners. They are all Eastern region. They are all Biafrans. They are all Igbos. But the injustice is so. The Fulani terrorists, they are terrorizing the north, killing people there and there. You will not see the military there. But all the pack of taking ransom every motorcycle day and night, and the people so-called the government, the politicians, they are there seeing all these things. Our people have been dying, losing it from the farm, they are traveling, they will not reach their destination, and you say these people, they are the people that will safeguard you and me. Called the Ohanese, the chiefs, the Igwes, the governors, the senators. Why are they there? They are there doing what? They are not there to protect you and me. They are there because of their selfish interests and their children. You will not see these politician children in Nigeria. You will not see them in the eastern region. All of them, they are in abroad. But you and me, with foolishly and stupidity that we have in our head, we know that these people, when they come there, they are not for you and me. They are only there for their pockets. So Biafrans, we want our leader, the only man that stand for the truth and stand for the Biafrans, stand for the race of that particular place called Nigeria. The only person that speaks the truth is in prison. Why El-Rufai, the chief negotiator of the terrorists, jihadists, is working free. The Jagaban the emir of Sokoto, the sultan of Sokoto, all of these people, they are the people causing insecurity in Nigeria. But they are not in the prison. They are not in the cell. They cannot question them. They cannot ask them any question. But they will prison innocent people because they ask for self-determination, because they ask for the referendum of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. Mazi Chike Dozie is the only man that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place before they kidnap him. It is not a terrorist. We want the Nigerians and all their allies to know that place that they are going, we know we know what they are playing. And I want to say this to our brothers from the eastern region, all the eastern region made of Biafrans. Our brothers, if you people doesn't know the Kanu represent us in the eastern region, you are playing. You will never get anyone again like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the only person that we trust and we believe that will follow him to the point of death will follow him. And I see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like my own God. I see him like my own ancestors. I believe in him with my everything. And I appreciate those that are working as seriously for the restoration of Biafra. We will never give up. No matter whatever the sabotage they are doing to destroy this movement, to come and take over the power from Mazi Chike Dozie, it cannot be. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be free because he's a free man. The court has already judged him free and he must to be free. We don't have any court case with Nigerian people anymore. What we need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be set free and let him go and take care of himself and ask for the referendum of his people. Thank you so much, Mazi. God bless you this morning for your good work we are doing for Biafran people all over the world. We will continue to fight and we'll get to the destination of Biafra.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate your call this morning. Thank you very much. There. So the line is still open. You can call in and be part of this conversation. I don't know, there is some sort of issue that we kind of witnessed this morning, but I am sure it will be sorted out very soon, which is people being unable to get in touch with us. Let me see. I see some missed calls, but they are not coming through, so that is what I'm talking about. But the line is open. This caller was able to come through, so I am sure yours will also come through. Perhaps it's lots of calls coming in at the same time. Let me see. What is going on here? So now, the truth of the matter is that the Nigerian government, they are the ones in charge of the problems. They are the ones creating the problems in Nigeria, nobody else. They are the ones who are creating the problem in Nigeria. The problem in Nigeria are not Nigerians. It is not the Nigerian people, the ordinary civilian, the ordinary citizen that is creating the problem. No, it is the government. It is the politicians. Those that they have put in charge of your lives, they are the ones who are creating the mess. They are the ones who are creating the mess for you. They are the ones who are creating the mess for you. I do apologize to those who are unable to reach me. Please keep calling. Please keep calling. You'll get through. Please keep calling. You will get through. Let me take this other news while I wait for your calls. I don't know why this system is just being problematic this morning, but here we go. So there is this write-up. Okay, let me bring this news to you. It says FG summons Sheikh Gumi over alleged ties with bandits. Alleged ties with bandits. Everybody knows that Gumi is the negotiator for terrorists. This is how crazy Nigeria is. Okay, let me see. I've got a caller here. Why is this not coming through? Okay, Okay. Let me see. Please forgive me. I'm trying to get the system working, so it's just distracting me from the conversation. I have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion.
Mazi, Sochima, good morning to you, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Biafra remains our strength, and we must continue on the right side of the truth. My name is Sugo, and I'm calling from the blessed land of Biafra. Mazi, you see, there is no need of trying to protect the truth. Like the statement you just make. Now, I want to say that word is false. And what is that statement? The federal government of Nigeria, someone should go me for dying or doing whatever with it. But it's a false. I say, assuming that Shegumi is somebody that comes from the blessed land of Biafra, he would have been in detention. They will not tell you that they summoned him at the arrest for trying to tell you that he knows everything about the killer that is terrorizing the whole innocent citizens. This person, he just mentioned now, and they are inviting him. They are giving him invitation letter. That person, they knew that that person is an agent of the terrorist group. He knew very, very well about the terrorist activities in Nigeria. People that is sponsoring it, they knew. So what is our message? The zoo rulers, they don't have leader. They are the number one terrorists that is killing innocent citizens, and that is the reason why we continue to cause them, to tell them that God will never forgive them. The activities of these evil people in Nigeria, the people that sponsored it heavily is terrorists that call themselves politicians. Yes. That is the reason why if you see any politicians calling somebody terrorist, is the number one terrorist. Mazi Chikedozium is not a terrorist. Our leader Mazi Mbanani is not a terrorist. Even the other person they include is better than them, because they are the one funding whatever that is going on today. As I said yesterday in the Azure radio, if you want peace in life, I think it is better for you to walk in the lane of peace. But the Zoo citizens are watching politicians, using them to play. Every day, everybody is keeping quiet and hoping to God to come down to help them, which is not possible. These people, they are not even working at any line that will bring peace in Nigeria. What they do is they will come to you and deal with you and say, don't talk. If you talk, you enter more trouble. But we are telling them that this will never continue. That is the honest truth. This will no longer continue as long as life is concerned. The people that is causing insecurity every corners of the zoo is Nigerian politicians. That is the reason why they refuse to allow their children to stay in Nigeria. How many of them will agree to bring back everything they have in Nigeria, to stay in Nigeria, as they claim that Nigeria is a good country and they must remain one? How many of them will agree to do this? None of them. If you bring it as a suggestion, they will come after you to kill you. But they know that you are trying to affect their life. So for that reason, all of you that is supporting this evil that call themselves Zoo, you are bringing destruction to yourself. And we continue to tell them to do the right thing. They know the right thing. This word that they are throwing to us, walking up and down, telling us that
Mazi, are you there?
For them, even 200 years to come, you will not have a very single rest for one day. you will continue to be peaceless. Your generation will continue to be peaceless anywhere they go. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm struggling to still pick up, so Biafrans, please do forgive me. I'm struggling to answer your calls. I have no idea why this is a problem today. But yeah, the news says the federal government has invited Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi for questioning. Watch the word, invited. They invited him for questioning. Now, let me read something down here. It says, recall that the cleric had cautioned the Tinubu-led government to desist from bombing terrorists. These are terrorists who even brought down their army commander. And Sheikh Gumi is telling them to desist from fighting back, to desist from protecting the country that they say they love so much. And what do? They are inviting him. And now, do not think that they are inviting him for something useful. They are basically inviting him. Let me show you why they are inviting him. So that he can have a conversation. Trust me, Nigeria government will pay that money that terrorists are asking for. You can believe that they will pay. They might not come out publicly and tell you that they paid, but you will see. You will see that they will pay. Now, this is why they invited him. Look at what this guy said. He said, it's Islamic to seek peace with bandits. Tinubu can use me to negotiate kidnapped pupils' freedom, Gumi. Now, you heard what he said. It is Islamic to seek peace. It is Islamic to seek peace with bandits. These are terrorists. This man Gumi is using Islam in order to propagate his terrorism activities. And what is Nigeria government doing? They are inviting him for conversation so that they will probably give him money that he will give to the kidnappers. What is going on? Why can't I pick up this call? What is going on? Oh man, I'm struggling here to get in touch with you guys, so please do forgive me. I'm struggling. Let me see if this caller will connect. Let me see. I've missed so much call, guys. I ask for forgiveness. Please do. It's none. I'm trying here. Okay, caller. Thank you very much for being part of this program. Okay, you see? It just dropped. I don't know what is happening today, but the calls are just not coming through. Like now, I can see that there is a call coming here, but the system is just blank. What is going on? Please do give me some time. I feel like I need to restart the system, but if I restart the system, we'll have a problem with our calls for a while. Okay, I think this is connected. Caller, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. They will please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion.
Good morning, Mazi and Mbanani.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Sochima, and I'm speaking from my location. I greet you once again, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi and the Kano, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that he was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet you once again. This morning, let me start from your last
production of Gumi. Gumi is a Fulani man. Gumi is a terrorist commander. Vice President of Nigeria is a terrorist commander. So many governors, Fulanis, are in the same time working hard to complete the assignment of Usman Dan Fodio, which Ahmadu Bello confirmed on 12 October 1960. This platform have exposed of IQ has exposed so many things. Our leader have exposed many things. But it's unfortunate that black people refuse to reason. When I come to conclude, when I listen from time to time on Radio Biafra through our leader and other platforms, and black people, I'm even afraid what is going to happen to black people if all these years they cannot reason. I'm asking myself, can these people change? It's a question. Because if you take time to study going on in Nigeria and the standard we are today, you become worried. Because the Fulanese and Britain and the white people put together our
Hello, Mazi. Are you still there?
That is why I want.
Okay, you're back. Please go ahead. What is going on? Can you hear me, Mazi? Can you hear me, Mazi? Guys, I do apologize for this whole issues today. I have no idea why this is happening. I barely can even see the calls coming in. I see that there is a call here, but I can't even see it. I don't even know what happened to the last one. Let me see if this will come in. Let me see. Okay, while I try to sort this out, I'm saying that this invitation is a very, very one that we should be asking ourselves, what is it that Nigeria government want to do with somebody who said to them clearly that fighting back terrorists is a no-no, it's against everything, that they shouldn't fight against terrorists, rather they should protect terrorists. Rather they should protect terrorists. This is what Gumi is telling them. And Gumi is saying to them, you know, he is a negotiator. And this is how bad Nigeria is. Okay. Oh, wow. Nigeria is so bad that those who participate in abductions, in abducting their own citizens, torture, imprison an innocent man in DSS dungeon, a man that is not a terrorist. They are the same people who are creating opportunities for terrorists. They create opportunities for terrorists to flourish. Now Gumi has been given an office, a platform, as office of a negotiator. Office of a negotiator. Who is giving Nigeria government, I keep saying, the legitimacy that it is enjoying? Who is giving it this legitimacy? You have a country that has an office of a terrorist negotiator. And this moment, Nigeria government, I'm sure they are going there to pay, to ask him, how can we make this payment to the terrorist? I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion.
Okay, good morning. Ututoma.
Ututoma.
My name is Dumeje. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, it's so laughable that the Nigerian government listed our HDOS among the people that they are looking for. It's so laughable. Why the original terrorist is there in Aso Rock, which is Sheikh Gumi? They cannot arrest somebody that is negotiating with terrorists. He may not there for list of people wanted. Somebody that is fighting for freedom, now he is there for list of one. They know Mazi Chinas and Mapawafo. Their own name too, so they also there for the list. But since they don't know them in person or in picture also, that's why their name not there. It's so laughable. I'm telling you, it's so laughable. Well, that's by the way, because we know say there is nothing they can do. And what HDOS need to do is they try to avoid any African country. You understand me? Any function that is coming on in African countries, you avoid it for now. Because those people, they can do and undo. Secondly, Iguacha, please, we need Radio Biafra in Iguacha. I beg. We need Radio Biafra. Looking at what is happening, Mazi, to tell you the truth, Iguacha is, I would say, 85% of people in Iguacha are taking them. I'm telling you, because we're walking around, we know what we are facing with these people that are supporting this Ekberima. Iguacha is gone into the hands of Ekberima. I'm telling you. When you talk like this, in fact, they don't even know anything concerning BOS or even Radio Biafra. Imagine somebody open his mouth and tell me that he doesn't listen to Radio Biafra again because Radio Biafra has been hijacked by saboteurs. That is what the person told me. And I told him that any day Radio Biafra comes back in and you listen to it, you will go deaf. That's what I told the person. That the person will go deaf. For you to open mouth to say that Radio Biafra has been hijacked by saboteurs, you will go deaf the day you listen to Radio Biafra. And I know that Radio Biafra will soon come back. Please, if you can get to the leadership to help, because that is the only remedy. If that radio comes back and people start listening, you will see that things will turn around. For now, Iguacha is gone into the hands of Ekberima. So we need help, please, for Radio Biafra to come. So that is why I'm calling. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mazi, thank you very much. The leadership is listening, and there is not a single part of our land that is out of the hands of Biafrans, out of the hands of IPOB. Yeah, you can see people who, of course, have no direction, and that is understandable, but that doesn't necessarily mean that... Okay, I have another caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Mazi Okechukwu, Ndewo.
Okay, Mazi Mbanani, one name. The God will bear his name. Continue to be with you. And remember for me them. You can see that Gumi have proved to himself all over the world that he's a contractor to terrorists. Allegation. We Biafrans, happen politics in Nigeria. Can we politics in Biafra? Other nations will pay visa, come to our own country, and they live peacefully. Our women to quote that. Yeah, our land, on our job, on Nigeria. The other thing doesn't quote them so that Russia government to Putin, you will come here and find the one terrorist on this earth. Now Nigeria went the pack. Go me, now be the contract. Putin, go me, locations can I do. Go me, now be the contractor. Now terrorists everywhere. Now where they come out. But Israel, Hamas, now they we accuse them. They don't kill us finish here, Putin. Yeah, we don't get the help. We don't get help. Britain one finish. Britain. You know the Nigerian terrorists, Boko Haram military. They say our leader, our dead chicken, the will be peaceful man. Where they control us, including me, because this is my head to put it. Kamo, you say Kambora, Elekwenda. Mazi Bana, last week to the boom one time, again, another again. Only declare hate you one third on this earth. I don't know. Kada to the third, take at them. Like I'm again here, plenty. I don't ga. Oh, no one can run ga. I tell ya. No, I won't like. Oh, men are not almost up on the church. I don't get justice in them. That's all you're getting banal. That the ticket doesn't come 1 year. Daniel chapter 6, Daniel chapter 7, Daniel chapter 8, Daniel chapter 9. Daniel prayed for his people. We are the children of the Most High. We don't need gun and bullet to go free. Nigeria government, anybody know about that too. Because if Biafra as a whole, we're everywhere. Decided to get our freedom by violence. That the ticket doesn't matter. Why we're going to land in Europe? Okay, say. I don't want to know Kubuneba, Lomama, washing of Kuka, and a message. Hello, why do my motorman or what? Half a moment. I took Palama Joe Biden, no dog, put in the garden, pushing the Chinese. Follow my directness of state, making the police, making no keep France. So that all these terrorists, yeah. They're there for Babaya. All these governors, and then they accommodate them. They have occupied our sea, our water everywhere. They want for your people down, no. Now, yeah, we're the trend. And Gumi, Mbanani, Sonny FM, and I'm going to honorable when I got that Kujera. I'm going to accuse politics. I said to them, put the Kujera. Honorable, I'm going to Gumi, I get it there. Honorable, what I could say. Politics open, you should have a step up, you do quiet. Baga, Potapa. I'm a man, daddy. Oh, Honorable, as I get to the good, the micropack, Honorable giving account. Honorable, tell me a big guy. My journalist, my president, all of you, Mr. Mack, you will say good this to me where they command this because they never kidnap you, Honorable. But they must have a galio click. Ndana, 10% and a flyover, they have occupied the terrorists. They want to number one. God said, put on them at Kalahaka. Nana, tell them the Kanus, they will not escape here. How you wanna? A banana, Kugul, and I can't do it. That is not the banana, Kaibakawa. I never line of Kugul, so I feel like it's been a lot better than bringing my hair. Move by the next at a time, they made a lesson to our therefore, my governor, governor of the state, lesson, that Patakoto Valley on him. And I know so Patakoto, she cannot to Valley. I'm telling you, let's what. When you prepare a gun, I say by your Potonda Babu the monkey. And let's say to the secret. Tell them we're not in Rabia states. Like I said, kind of that. They are the Biafran. Nigeria have to try their dialogue, give another state. Give another Biafran, let's go to Squawkabama. But the moment I give one is what's going on. I give him a shot. Without the Rango, without the Rango. That's a ticket that the mill, they are cat, the Mount Maintained, I copy. America is just a poor kingdom of darkness. That.
I help Biafra. They were watching it. Thank you very much. Mazi, I am not going back. In fact, him na sewo owuru na achoro igide Tinubu sigide ya. Owuru na akupagidi ofonishe se kuwe ya ka ọ na-eme. Owuru na owu ihe na na-eme n'ihe si mewe ya ka ọ na-eme. Hapụ na oke okwu ihe m kwuru ọwụhụ enweghị azọmban ka aha na akụkọ ya akụ onye si that Rivers State nọ n'aka ma Igwe Ọcha nọ n'aka a criminal. That one is not possible. The entire Biafra land is in the hands of IPOB. IPOB is directing and leading the affairs to ensure the freedom of the Biafran people. Yes, it is understandable that when radio is not working at a particular place, there are some few people that might be led astray because they don't have access to proper information. But that is as expected. Very soon the leadership will work on the radio and things will come out properly as they should. Caller, you should be the last caller and you have 3 minutes. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Are you there?
Mazi, good morning.
There, well.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning. Good morning. There, my name is Mazi the JP Biafra. I'm from all province of Biafra land, living and scavenging here in United Kingdom. So, Mazi, I'm the one that went to, I don't know, you didn't recognize me. I'm the one that told you to be sending me some clips. Thank God I woke up early today to listen to some of your clips. Thank God for your life, for bouncing back to entice us to your wonderful mission. So I don't know where to start, my brother. It is very, very disheartening on what is happening. It is very disheartening on what is happening. My first question is, Mazi, please. What is these people that are representing us in Abuja doing? I can see other nations or whatever, they always stand for their people. We have people in the House of Representatives, we have people in the House of Senate. So can't this politician, what are they doing with all these resources they are amassing? And they are laughing at the National Assembly. Their brother is languishing. Somebody whom God sent to come and savage their land. Somebody whom God sent, they will hang away Januku to make. Are they living after their demands, my brother? This is my question. I am grieved in whatever that is happening. They are not doing anything. They are not talking. They are not saying. Why can't they leave that monstrous House of Assembly, House of Senate, or House of Representatives? Can't they say, if this is not happening, we are not part of this? Can't they subject these monstrous people that came from Sahel, that came to withhold our destiny? Somebody said yesterday, this is what we have been saying. Fulani has no ancestral inheritance in Nigeria, and that's why they are occupying everywhere. I saw what is happening in Obado yesterday. How many millions of cows that were driven away from that very place? And my question is, where are they driving this very cow to? Is it not in Biafra land? There are millions. Most of those cows, as I heard, they are not cows, they are human beings. These are militias. These are mercenaries. It is very uncalled for. And how can they be painting this monstrous dirty pig called the Gumi? And that have been ravaging, that have been talking sarcastically, and they are not doing him anything. Nothing. What is happening? It is very, very disheartening. Something. There must be something switching that made this Gumi that always fermented, venom for his mouth. When I look at that man, I'm seeing a pig. Just like his counterpart, is still the same Kaduna, with that rat that called himself El-Rufai. He heard what he said last. He always said that Nandekales went to divide Nigeria. That's why we are not going to leave him. These terrorists, they are on business. What type of business is that? Are they doing genuine business? Are they doing lucrative business or nefarious business? No, they are not doing business. They went to occupy. They came for occupation. But our people didn't know. When we are talking, they say Biafra, and the Biafra. It is very, very disheartening, my brother. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Thank you.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity. My royalties still deal with the DOS.
Absolutely.
They are real. May God continue to bless our brother Chike Dozem, who have been a silent achiever. He's a silent achiever, no matter whatever. He's a silent achiever. Those people, they are just messing up in that they are decent. They are just messing up. They want to know what he's going to do. He knows more than them. May God bless all of us, and may God bless Biafra,
And Biafra will come in our own time. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you, Mazi Ndudi. Thank you very much, Mazi Ndudi. This is where we bring the program to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being part of this program today. Somebody said that at this moment everybody must know the direction to head to. This particular moment, everybody must know. Anybody who is saying I don't know, that person is just being a troublemaker or just being a saboteur that is trying to ensure that what we are doing doesn't come to fruition. So at this time, at this very juncture in this struggle, you cannot say you don't know. You cannot say that. I'm simply repeating what basically Gina said, that you cannot say you don't know at this very moment in our struggle, at this very moment that it is obvious several times that IPOB has said this person is not part of us, we are not committing this crime, we do not have a camp at so and so place, and even the criminal himself has also confirmed that IPOB, in some of his videos, he confirmed that I say this and this and this place, or so Itoko and the rest of them, that IPOB didn't have any camp there. And so anybody who is saying I'm still confused, that person is just the problem. Now, in answer to Mazi to this question, look at this. This is a news from gscore.com. It says $6 billion fraud, Mambila fraud. Nigerian government tells court how private company lured ex-President Buhari's ministers with women. Those that you say they are there to represent you are not there to represent you. They are there to represent the interest of the UK, the English people. They are not there. Politicians are not there for the interest of the Nigerian people. Slaughter people in Delta State and the Niger Delta, whatever, what do they call it, NDDC or whatever, will go and say we stand with the military. It is, these people are there to represent the interest of themselves and the slave masters, not the interest of the people. And I think it is time for our people to really set themselves on the path for total liberation from these crooks. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day. Hello, thank you very much for joining us this morning, afternoon and night, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to Sunrise on Radio Biafra 102.1 FM. My name is Mazi Sochima, Mbanani, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. Here is where we seek to conscientize ourselves. Here is where we seek to motivate ourselves. Today is the 26th day of March 2024. The time now is 5 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. If you are in the land of Biafra and you wish to listen to Radio Biafra, all you need to do is go to your radio, your transistor radio, and tune into 102.1 FM. 102.1 FM on your radio. We are also streaming live on satellite and on various apps such as Radio Biafra app and IPOB Community Radio app. These are very low data usage apps that you can download from your app store easily. And if you have Simple Radio, it is an app that you can download on your device. If you have Simple Radio, you can visit our website on Simple Radio. You can just go there, search for Radio Biafra, and you'll be able to listen to Radio Biafra. You can also visit our website on ipob.org and radiobiafra.co to read the latest news and general information about Biafra struggle. Therefore, I encourage you to join us in our march to mental emancipation by sharing this information with everyone that you can. Do not forget to like and follow us on our various platforms on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. This morning I want to thank you very much once more for being part of this program, for joining us this morning, afternoon and night, depending on where you are joining us from. And today being the 26th of March 2024, I am calling for the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi by the Nigeria government. The Nigeria government should obey the ruling of various of its own courts of competent jurisdiction. These courts declared the abduction and continued incarceration of Mazi illegal and a crime against humanity. These courts already acquitted and discharged Mazi you may recall that Mazi the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, was kidnapped from Kenya on the 19th of June 2021. He was tortured in Kenya for 8 days and then smuggled into Nigeria by the Nigeria government, and since then he's been held unlawfully at the DSS solitary confinement in Abuja. This is despite that on the 20th of July 2022, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declared that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi is a violation of international human rights conventions and also ordered for his immediate and unconditional release. Despite this opinion, Nigeria government has continued to ignore the rulings of various of their own courts that discharged and acquitted this innocent man, Mazi Instead, the Nigeria government have pursued every effort to inflict severe physical and psychological torture on this man. So, now let me bring you information from his lawyer, what his lawyer, his representative wrote. This is from, it says DSS denies Nnamdi Kanu access to legal documents, refused releasing document to lawyer. Report. In a report gathered by Family Writers Press International, the Department of State Services has denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, access to what the lawyer described as a critical legal document. According to the update made on Monday, 25th March 2024, by Aloy Jimako, lawyer to the embattled IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, via his verified X handle, noted that a critical legal document brought to his client for preview was confiscated by the DSS officers. I just exited from today's visitation with Onyendu, MNK. I took a critical legal document to him to preview, but as usual, the DSS seized the document and never brought it back until I left, he stated. Ejimako further stated that given these unfair conditions and unjust treatment from the detaining authority, that no fair trial can be guaranteed, warning that such situation cannot assure fair hearing. A MNK will never be tried under violations like this. It's not a court-martial fair hearing, he says. Recall that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, through Aloy Ejimako, posited that there will be no further trial given the actions and policies of the federal government, DSS and the court. This position became necessary as Binta Nyako denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail under the excuse of being a flight risk. IPOB leadership have also passed votes of no confidence on Nigeria judiciary. Now, I had to read this because of the Nigeria government's policy to inflict severe torture, severe physical and psychological torture on not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu but to Biafrans. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is today going through severe physical and psychological torture in the hands of the DSS, in the hands of a government that says it is interested in bringing a solution to terrorism that is ravaging Nigeria. The same Nigeria government that on the 14th day of September 2017, they set plans into action to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu due in their own court some hours later. Thankfully, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape, but the Nigeria government ended up killing at least 28 people in his home. They did not end it there. After killing these people, after attacking the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he managed to escape, they still went ahead to abduct, to kidnap him from Kenya, and extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria, and now subjecting him to severe torture. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just persecution. There is nothing else. It is simply persecution. Nigeria government is persecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there is no case that he has to answer. And since the beginning of this whole persecution that they call trial, it has become clear that the idea of prosecution is alien to the Nigeria government. It has become clear that the Nigeria government have no idea of what prosecution means. They see persecution as prosecution, where people are persecuted for having an idea, persecuted for having their own voice, persecuted for asking for a better life, persecuted for being Nigerians. This is the situation of Nigeria. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents Biafrans. He is the representative of Biafra. What crime did he commit? Nothing. Simply presented a solution to the issues that have been plaguing Nigeria for decades. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu presented solutions to issues such as corruption, issues such as political instability, issues such as human rights abuses, issues such as economic mismanagement, issues such as ethnic tension. These are serious issues that are plaguing Nigeria as we speak. This is why Nigeria is not sustainable. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu believes that these problems are leading Nigeria towards an abyss of hopelessness and insecurity. And this is why he presented Nigeria with a way out through a United Nations supervised referendum. Although I must say that Biafrans, a typical Biafran don't really care the process. A typical Biafra just want out. If you conduct a referendum today, a Biafran will vote enough is enough. I mean, who wants to stay in such a state such as Nigeria? Who wants to live in such a state as Nigeria? And today they are tormenting a man who presented them with a solution. How can somebody want to live in such a state? Thousands and thousands of Biafrans are being illegally held at different Nigeria government dungeons. The genocide never stopped. The genocide against Biafrans never stopped. It only changed style. And we want out of this destructive and fake entity. We have seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court a few days ago, about a week ago, and it is now very clear that the court does not command any type of respect because of its own behavior, because of its own attitude, because of being a vehicle by which the Nigerian government enforces lawlessness. There is no trust in the Nigerian courts. There is no trust in the Nigerian justice system. The Nigerian justice system has failed every Nigerian. The Nigerian courts, they have failed every Nigerian. They have failed millions and millions of Nigerians. They have shown that they are not independent. They are not independent. They cannot make decisions and implement it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to court with wearing the cloth that the Nigeria court ordered that the DSS allow him to wear a new cloth. And to even show you that the Nigerian court is just a mess, the Nigerian court decided that this man must not wear the cloth of his choice. Once more, I want to remind you, Biafrans, that this is the time for us to go back to farming. This is the time for us to go back to the land, go and till the land, cultivate the land. There is no age restriction on that.